Alrighty, hello, hello everyone. So in just a couple minutes, I'm going to start a dynamic vinyasa yoga sequence. So if you have any specific requests for me, just type a message and let me know. Hi David. Hi David, how are you? Just gonna give it a couple minutes since you're the only one here so far, and then we'll get started. Oh, Samir is joining, yay. 1 second. Hey Mark, how are you? Good to see you.
Great, thanks.
Hey. How are y'all feeling today? Anything specific you want to work on? If you want to type a message and let me know. Otherwise, we'll get started in just a minute. Hang tight real quick. Took me to an empty Zoom room at first. I think it's because I was having a little trouble signing in, so that's why you're in an empty Zoom room at first. Hi Mopar. So I am doing this live stream through Zoom and Twitch simultaneously. Some people prefer Twitch to Zoom, but all right, any specific requests before we get started? Anything particular you want to work on or integrate? Let me know. All right then, so we'll get started in a lying down position. So if you have any lower back tightness, go ahead and toe heel the feet mat width apart. Rotate the knees inward to touch. That'll help release tension in the lower back. Or if you want to open the hips, bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Then maybe grab the inner arches of your elbows up overhead. And just take a moment to settle into your body. If these positions don't feel good, you're welcome to just lie flat on the mat. And as you settle into your body, settle into this time and space, bring your awareness to your breath. And without trying to change or alter the breath, for the next few moments, just simply invite your mind to ride the wave of your breath. Noticing the natural quality of your inhale and observing the natural quality of your exhale. Notice if your breath is fast or slow, shallow or deep, smooth or choppy. Notice if your breath feels constricted at all. Simply observe the natural cadence, the natural rhythm of your breath today. Then take a moment, scan from your head to your toes, noticing all physical sensations as you scan from your head to your toes. After that body scan, I invite you to take a moment, turn inward, silently acknowledge and accept how you're feeling mentally and emotionally today. Let go of any notion of how you think you should feel or how you would like to feel ideally, and give yourself permission to accept and honor how you do feel in the mind and in the heart. So maybe ask yourself, is your mind clear? Is your mind cluttered? Are you focused? Are you scatterbrained? Are you calm? Are you restless? Are you happy? Are you sad? Maybe you're a combination of many things. And after checking in with the breath, the body, the mind, the heart, gently place one hand on the heart, one hand on the navel. Take a moment and honor yourself for showing up to this practice to refine the body, mind, and spirit for your sake and for all the lives you impact. And when you're ready, I invite you to join me for 3 cleansing breaths. Take a big inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Open the mouth, sigh out. Think of releasing all physical tension. Second time, take a deeper breath in. Expand more through the belly, more through the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Then open the mouth, slowly exhale. Think of releasing all emotional stress. Third time, deeper breath in. Expand through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Maybe see if you can sniff in a little more air. Then open the mouth, slowly sigh out. Think of releasing all mental stress, releasing any distracting thoughts. Then seal the lips, gently constrict the throat. We'll transition to Ujjayi breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose. A longer breath out through the nose. Deep inhale through the nose. Slower exhale through the nose. Continue to practice deepening your inhales and lengthening your exhales, finding your own pace, your own rhythm, as you set a personal intention for your practice today. So maybe just think of a state of being that you would like to cultivate in your body and your mind. Here's a quote for inspiration by Deepak Chopra. At this moment, you are seamlessly flowing with the cosmos. There is no difference between your breathing and the breathing of the rainforest. No difference between your bloodstream and the world's rivers, between your bones and the chalk cliffs of Dover. This is just a nice quote that reminds us how connected we are to the universe, how our cells are made up of the same things as everything in this universe. Sometimes when we step on our mat, we can really feel that sense of connection with our mind and our body, which makes us feel more connected to something bigger than ourselves. So maybe just set an affirmation related to this idea, or any specific quality you'd like to call into your being. For the next 3 breaths, I invite you to silently recite any personal mantra that's meaningful to you today 3 times for the next 3 deep breaths. And after the 3rd breath, the 3rd mantra, we'll start connecting our breath to our movement. Take a deep breath in, do a full body stretch, lengthen through the legs and arms. Exhale, activate the core, draw your knees to your chest. Inhale, full body stretch, lengthen through the legs and arms. Exhale, navel to spine, knees to chest. Practice a few more rounds just like this, just warming up the core. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale, knees to chest. Remember, there's a stronger variation of these practices. So when you inhale, maybe don't let your hands and feet touch the floor as you lengthen. And then as you exhale, using the core, knees to chest. Practice a few more rounds, just starting with a little fire in the core, building heat. This is called the Big Bang, so it sort of relates to the theme of the class today. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale, knees to chest. And when you're ready, hug your knees to your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, around the spine a lot. Inhale, rock back, and exhale, rock forward. And do a few more rounds until you rock up to a seated position. So you can stagger your shins or bring your feet together, depending on how much of a hip stretch you want. And now we're going to just transition to some gentle neck stretches. So take a deep breath in, draw the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, gently roll your chin to your chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, roll your chin to your chest. And just practice a few more rounds like this, releasing tension in the neck. It should feel good. Then the next time you draw your right ear to your right shoulder, hold it there. Maybe take the right arm rested on the back of the head, breathing deeply into the back left side of the neck. Take a deep breath in, a longer breath out. Deep breath in, slower breath out. Then on your next inhale, lift the head over the heart. And exhale, draw the left ear to the left shoulder. Rotate the chin into touch. Keep the right shoulder back and down. And maybe rest your left arm on the back of the head. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Then gently bring your hands behind your hips, feet wide. Inhale, knees to the right, and exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, knees to the right, and exhale, knees to the left. Do a few more rounds like this, just lubricating the hip joints, creating mobility in the hips. Keep the fingers planted behind you so you're opening through the chest while you open the hips. Should feel good. Try not to push or force anything. Deep breaths in, longer breaths out. And the next time you rotate your knees to the right, maybe keep this left leg bent, or if you want a deeper hip stretch, lean to the right and just lengthen your left leg back behind you. Untuck the toes. Then tent up your fingertips. You're in our variation of pigeon practice. We're going to do a little cat-cow here. Inhale, shoulders back and down, gaze up. Then exhale, press your palms into the mat, around the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, push your palms into the mat, chin to chest. Do a few more rounds like this. Or you can tent up your fingers. Inhale as you arch and fold forward. Exhale as you round and push up. Inhale as you arch and fold forward. And exhale as you round and push up. Take a few more rounds. So this should feel good, releasing tension in the shoulders, the neck, opening the hips. Remember that left leg doesn't have to be all the way back like mine. If you have a prop, you're welcome to put the prop underneath this right hip. Do a few more rounds. And on your next exhale, slide the left knee back in. Plant your feet in front of you, mat width apart. Plant your palms behind you. Inhale, knees to the left. And exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees to the left. And exhale, knees to the right. Do a few more rounds just like this. Just breathing into the hips, creating mobility and flexibility, opening the chest. And the next time you rotate the knees to the left, hold there. Option to keep this right leg straight or extend your right leg further back behind you, making your way to a variation of pigeon. Untucking the toes. You're welcome to grab a prop underneath the left hip, flexing the left foot. So you should feel a stretch in the hip. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze up to cow. Exhale, push the mat away, chin to chest, round the spine to cat. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze up to cow. And exhale, push the mat away, round the spine to cat. Practice a few more rounds. Now if you want to take this down, inhale, arch the spine, bend the elbows, lower the torso down. Exhale, round the spine, push the fingers into the mat, curl up. Inhale, arch the spine, roll down. And exhale, round the spine, push up. Practice a few more rounds just like this. Really opening the shoulders, the neck, and the hips. Moving with your breath. Deep breaths in, long breaths out. And on your next inhale, slide the right knee back towards your chest. Plant your feet. Bring your palms behind you, shoulders back and down. Fingers spread wide. Now this time really plant the feet firmly on the mat. Inhale, lift the hips. Ground through the feet as you exhale. Inhale, lift the hips higher. Ground through the feet as you exhale. Inhale, lift the hips higher. Then exhale, gently swing your hips between your hands, straightening the legs. See if you can keep the hips floating. We have 3 more. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, gently swing the hips between the hands. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, swing the hips between the hands. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, swing the hips between the hands. See if you can keep the hips floating for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. And with an inhale, reach your hands out and overhead. Exhale, grab your left wrist, side stretch to the right. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, grab your right wrist, side stretch the other way. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, twist. Bring your right fingertips behind you. Left hand on the outer right thigh. And gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale as you lift up taller. And exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lift up taller. And exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, twist the other way. Plant your left fingers behind you. Right hand on the outer left thigh. Gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale as you lift up taller. And exhale as you twist deeper. Inhale as you lift up tall. And exhale as you twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, plant your palms, point your toes. Now we're going to do a reverse plank here. So really gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles, working the core. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, lift, and exhale, hold here. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, ground down. One more. Inhale, lift your hips to your highest. Exhale, slowly lower the hips down. Then inhale, reach your hands out and overhead. And exhale, reach your hands toward your feet. So maybe wrap your peace fingers around your big toes or grab the outer edges of the feet. Inhale as you lengthen more through the spine. Exhale as you bow deeper. Inhale, lengthen more through the spine. And exhale, bow deeper. Inhale, find more extension. Exhale, find more depth. Inhale, lift the head over heart, heart over hips. And exhale, cross your ankles, roll over your shins, plant your palms. Make your way to tabletop. We'll do a couple regular cat-cows. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze up to cow. And exhale, round the spine, press up to cat. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze up to cow. And exhale, round the spine, press up to cat. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, just hold here. We're going to thread the needle. Inhale, right arm reaches high. And exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left shoulder. Really opening through the back of the right shoulder. Relaxing the right shoulder and the right ear on the mat. Now keep this left palm planted for stability. Then with an inhale, float the left leg high to the ceiling. As you exhale, see if you can tap your left toes to your right fingertips. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, tap the left toes to the right fingertips. Inhale, lift the left leg higher. Exhale, tap the left toes to the right fingertips, then lower your left foot down. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Press your left palm into the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, thread the needle. 2 more. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, thread the needle. Again, inhale, right arm reaches high. And exhale, thread the needle. This time, inhale, right arm reaches high. And exhale, tabletop. Other side. Inhale, left arm reaches high. And exhale, thread the needle. Hold here. Relaxing your left ear and your left shoulder on the mat. Maybe keep this right palm planted. Then with an inhale, lengthen the right leg high to the ceiling. As you exhale, tap the right toes to the left fingers. Inhale, float the right leg higher. Exhale, tap the right toes to the left fingers. Again, inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, tap the right toes to the left fingers. Then plant your right foot to the right, pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. With an inhale, press your right palm into the mat. Reach your left arm high. And as you exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left arm reaches high. And exhale, thread the needle. Again, inhale, left arm reaches high. And exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left arm reaches high. And exhale, tabletop. Take a deep breath in, tuck the toes. Exhale, use the core, lift the hips and lower the heels, downward dog. Pressing your fingertips down and forward, like you're trying to press the front edge of the mat away from you. Rotate the inner arches of the elbows forward. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Knit in the ribs, gaze at the belly, pressing the heels down and out towards the earth. Take a few breaths here and pedal the feet. Or maybe sway your hips. Maybe rock your head. Just enjoy any subtle movements in this downward dog that feel good to you. And enjoy your breath. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, lift the heels, round the spine vertebrae by vertebrae to plank. Hips line with shoulders, shoulders over wrists. If this is too intense, you can lower the knees. Either way, the knees, hips, and shoulders are in one long line. Then take a deep breath in, and exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels. Then take a deep inhale, lift the heels, and exhale, slowly lower the knees all the way down to the mat. Now I recommend you grab a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, you're welcome to use a firm pillow, a cushion, anything at all that you might have handy. We're just going to play with a little yoga block today. So when you're ready, what you're going to do is take whatever prop you have, and if you don't have a prop, you can do this without a prop as well. Take your block, place it between your ankles, and you're going to squeeze the block together with your ankles. So the idea is to not drop the block. Then take a deep breath in. Make sure you're squeezing the block in its longest edge. So notice how, I'm going to turn so you can see. Squeezing the block at my longest edge. Ideally, you're using a block, but if not, a firm pillow or something else might work. Rolled up towel, whatever you have. Then when you're ready, come to tabletop. Take a deep breath in, tuck the toes, and exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels. Inhale, lift the heels, slowly lower the knees to hovering tabletop. Then exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels. Again, inhale, lift the heels, slowly lower the knees to hovering tabletop. And exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels. Now inhale, lift the heels, slowly rotate to plank. Hips line with shoulders, shoulders over wrists. Then when you're ready, really squeeze the block. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, rotate the left heel to the left. Side plank. Keep squeezing the block. Option to try floating this right arm. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale, plant your palm, rotate to plank. Then take a deep inhale. Exhale, rotate the right heel to the right. Left leg on top of the right. Keep squeezing the block. Now you can stay here or try floating the left arm up. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, rotate back to plank. So we're going to rotate back and forth a few times. Inhale, side plank to the left. Exhale, regular plank. Inhale, side plank to the right. Keep squeezing the block. Exhale, regular plank. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, plank. Inhale, side plank. Exhale, plank. Then take a deep breath in. And exhale, lift the hips and lower the heels. Downward dog. Then take a deep breath in. Float the right palm up and back. Exhale, take the right hand on the outer left thigh, calf or ankle, twist. Gaze up under the left shoulder. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the right palm. Other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, swoop the left palm up and back. Then take a deep inhale. Exhale, take the left hand on the outer calf, thigh, or ankle. Twist. Gaze up under the right shoulder. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale, plant the right palm back left palm back where it was. Then inhale, lift the heels, undulate forward to plank. And exhale, widen your feet so you're dropping your block. Now holding this plank pose, if this is too much, remember you can always lower the knees. Inhale, float the right leg over the block, cross the right ankle over the left. Then exhale, bring it back. Inhale, float the left leg over the block. Exhale, cross the left ankle over the right. So practice a few more rounds like this, just alternating legs. You're just floating the feet over the block, then crossing the ankles. The tricky part here is to keep your hips level. Keep your hips lined with the shoulders and try not to knock the block over. So this forces you to use your hamstring by lifting the feet off the block. Just practice a few more. It should feel like work. Then when you're ready, lower your knees, sink your hips on your heels, reach your hands forward, child's pose. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, walk your hands to the right. Exhale, stack your left palm on top of the right. Breathe into the shoulder. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, walk your hands to the left. And exhale, stack your right palm on the left. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, walk your hands back overhead. Then exhale, bring your palms together. Bend the elbows. Take your fingertips. Massage your shoulders. Massage your neck. Just enjoying a little self-massage as you stretch the triceps. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. And on your next inhale, plant your palms. Exhale, press up to table. Inhale, tuck the toes. And exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels. Then inhale, look between the thumbs. And exhale, walk your feet to your hands until you arrive at a forward fold, keeping a little micro bend of the knees. Inhale, fingers to shin, shoulders back and down, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now flip your palms. Press the tops of the hands into the mat so the fingers face your toes. So you're stretching the front of the wrists. Stay here or slide your hands underneath your feet so the toes massage the inside of the wrists. Driving the elbows outward, You want your chest to touch your thighs, so bend your knees as much as you need to touch the chest to the thighs. Then maybe lift the hips higher without locking the knees. Shake your head yes and no. As you breathe into this full body stretch, notice any thoughts in your mind. If your mind is trying to cling to worries of the past, worries of the future, allow your breath to ground you to the present moment. Allow your breath to anchor you to your intention. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Gently release your hands from underneath the feet. Then take a deep breath in and exhale. Slowly curl up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, making your way to mountain pose. So make sure your feet are about 2 fists apart. Make sure your feet are straight, making an 11. Toes spread wide. Really feel your weight distribute evenly on all 4 corners of the feet. Practice rooting through the heels, activating the legs. Practice slightly tucking in the tailbone. And on each exhale, practice scooping the low belly in and up. Draw the shoulders back and down. Open the palms, reach down through the fingertips. Draw the chin in and lift through the crown of the head. Take a moment, feel this alignment, and breathe. So now we're going to practice our Sun Series B variations. Familiar friends. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, hands reach up, chair pose. So check your alignment, make sure the weight's in the heels, knees directly over ankles, slight tuck of the tailbone, navel to spine, shoulders back and down, but really reach through the fingers. If you want a wrist stretch, open your palms to the back so your fingers face side to side. You'll feel a nice wrist stretch. Then inhale, sink the hips lower, reach the hands higher, hold for an exhale. Inhale, sink the hips lower, reach the hands higher, hold for an exhale. Inhale, sink your hips to your lowest, reach your hands to your highest. And exhale, straighten the legs, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, plant your palms, step or float, back to plank. Lower the knees, the chest and the chin, hips stay raised at first. Then inhale, untuck the toes, sink the hips, pull the chest forward and up to cobra. Exhale, plant your palms, tuck your toes. Press up to assisted or regular plank, then use the core to lift the hips and lower the heels. Downward dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, bend the knees, step or lightly float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Option 2 of Sun B. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the palms, step or float, back to plank, lower knees, chest, chin, or this time try chaturanga. Shifting the weight forward, drawing the elbows into the ribs, lower the body in one line. Once the shoulders line with elbows, inhale, pull the chest forward and up. Cobra or maybe up dog this time. Either way, always gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles, shoulders back and down, lift through the crown, tops of the feet press into the mat, and maybe float the knees. Then take a big breath in and exhale, use your core, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, bend the knees, step, or lightly float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, and exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Option 3, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. One of those first options is fine, or maybe this time, try floating straight back to chaturanga. Elbows over wrists, shoulders lined with elbows. This time around, I encourage you to practice a few extra push-ups. Make them chaturanga push-ups, so you're hugging the elbows into the ribs. Knees can be lowered or lifted. Use your core, use your breath. Then on your next inhale, open to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, travel to the front. Maybe try floating your heels to your hips as you float to halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. 3 more rounds of Sun Series B. Choose whichever variation calls to you. Most importantly, connect your breath to your movement. We'll do 3 more rounds together. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Choose your own variation. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, travel to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, travel to the front, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, mountain pose. Again, inhale, chair. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain pose. Take your time. Make your way to mountain pose. And I invite you to close your eyes for the next few breaths. Just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Outward in the body. Notice how you're feeling inward in the mind. If the mind has wandered, gently bring your awareness back to your breath, back to the personal intention, the mantra you set for your practice. And now we'll practice a couple other variations of Sun B, adding on. So for this one, I encourage you to take a block and just press your block in front of the mat. If you don't have a block, remember you can use any other pillow, cushion, rolled up towel, any prop you have. Inhale to chair and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, go through a vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, float the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw the right heel to the hip, stretch the hip. Inhale, lift the right knee higher. Then exhale, draw your right knee to your nose. Ground through that right foot in between the palms. Ground through the left heel. Grab your block. Inhale, reach your block up overhead. Warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Reach your block forward. Inhale, flip your block, peaceful warrior. Then exhale, side angle. So you're just holding your block. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, side angle. Now maybe this time, inhale, peaceful warrior. Press into the outer edges of the block. Exhale, side angle. Press into the outer edges of the block. 2 more. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Press into the block with your hands. And exhale, side angle. Press into the block. 1 more. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, side angle. Then inhale, plant your block in front of your right foot. Exhale, toe heel the left foot in a few steps. Shift your weight to your right foot and float the left leg. Half moon. Stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Take a couple more breaths. Really feel your alignment in half moon. So you should be engaging all the leg muscles in this left leg. Imagine you're pressing your left foot into the wall, squeezing the glute, keeping a micro bend of the standing leg, micro bend of that right leg. Focus the eyes. Then on your next inhale, bend the right knee a lot. Draw your left knee to your chest. Then exhale, take your block underneath your left thigh. Squeeze the block with your left leg. Hands to hips. We're going to circle the left knee. Inhale, push the left foot back. Exhale, circle the left knee out and around. Inhale, push the left leg back. Exhale, circle the left knee out and around. Inhale, push the left leg back. Exhale, circle the left knee forward. Then grab your block. Place your block on top of the left thigh. Bow forward. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, float the right leg up. So you're still squeezing the block. So that's your torso and your left thigh should be squeezing the block. Standing split. Floating the right heel high. Try to keep the hips square. So lift through the inner right thigh. Inhale, lift the right foot higher. Really ground through that left foot as you exhale. Inhale, lift the right foot higher. Ground as you exhale. Inhale, lift the right foot to your highest. Exhale, lower the right foot right by the left. Grab your block and release it on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swoop the hands out and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment, close the eyes. Notice how your breath feels, how your body feels, and observe the thoughts in your mind. Let go of any distracting thoughts. Bring your awareness back to your intention. So we'll explore that same sequence on the opposite side. Do the best you can. Take modifications if you need them. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Choose your own variation. We'll all meet in downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your left heel to your hip. Inhale, lift the left knee higher. Exhale, draw your left knee to your nose. Then gently plant your left foot between your hands. Ground the right heel, grab the block. Inhale, rise, warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Now maybe this time squeeze the block with both hands. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Squeeze the block. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Squeeze the block. One more. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, plant your block in front of your left foot. Exhale, toe heel the right foot in a few steps. Shift your weight to your left foot. Then straighten your legs. Float the right leg up. Half moon. So stacking your shoulders and hips. Keep a tiny little bend in that left leg. Really engage the right glute. Imagine you're pressing your right foot into a wall. Activating the core. Steady your gaze. Steady your breath. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, bend your knees. Draw your right knee towards your chest. Face forward. And then exhale. Take your block underneath the right leg. Squeeze the block with the right leg. Hands to hips. Inhale, press the right heel up. Exhale, circle the right knee to the side and forward. Inhale, press the right heel up. Exhale, circle the right knee out and around. One more. Inhale, press the right foot up. Exhale, circle the right knee around. Then grab your block, place it on top of your right thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Don't let the block fall. So keep squeezing the block with your right thigh and your torso. Then when you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts high, standing split. Take a few breaths in this standing split. Actively squeezing the block. Don't let the block fall. Lift through the inner left thigh to square your hips. Keep a micro bend in that right leg. Forehead to shin. Inhale, left leg lifts higher. Ground through the right foot as you exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts higher. Ground through the right foot as you exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts higher. And exhale, lower the left foot by the right, forward fold. Release your block to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. And I invite you to close your eyes for the next few breaths. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling in the body and in the mind. Let go of any thoughts that may not be serving you well, like thoughts of judgment or inner criticism, and let go of expectation. Bring your awareness back to your intention. When you're ready, inhale, swoop the hands out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step back to a downward dog. Then take a deep breath in, lift the heels. Exhale, slowly, slowly lower your knees all the way to the mat. Then take a deep breath in and exhale, curl the spine up, head over heart, heart over hips. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, shoulders back and down. Interlace your fingers behind you. Draw your fist back. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Then inhale, bring your palms to your lower back, shoulders back and down, fingers face down. We're going to transition to Dhanurasana, camel pose. So bring your awareness to the front of the chest. Maybe take a moment, think about why you want to open your heart today, what you want to invite into your heart before we transition to this heart-opening pose. Take a deep breath in and exhale, press the hips forward until you feel a gentle opening in the front of the chest. Option to stay here. Maybe tuck the toes. Maybe reach one hand to the heel, the other hand to the other heel. Pressing the hips forward. Relaxing the head, gazing upward. Opening your heart to its fullest capacity. Maybe think of inviting qualities like patience, compassion, forgiveness, love, mindfulness for others and yourself. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly release. Make your way to child's pose. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, press up to table. And exhale, swing your feet to one side, hips to the other, knees to chest, and plant your feet. Inhale, reach your hands forward. And exhale, slowly curl the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then take a deep breath in, right knee to chest, left leg long. Exhale, take the left hand. Gently guide the right knee to the left side of the body, reaching the right arm to the right, relaxing the shoulders, gaze at the right fingers, or close the eyes. Deep breath in, longer breath out. Maybe stay here or try a quad stretch. Draw the left heel to the hip. Take the right hand on top of the left foot and maybe straighten the right leg. Find a twist variation that feels good to you. Full breath in. Slower breath out. Take a few more breaths. With each slow exhale, maybe think of releasing any energy that's no longer serving you well. When you're ready, take your time, gently release the twist, and we'll switch sides. Inhale, left knee to chest, right leg long. Exhale, take the right hand, gently guide the left knee to the right side of the body. Inviting the knee to the floor, keeping the shoulders flat. Gaze at the left fingertips. Close the eyes. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. Stay here or quad stretch. Bend the right knee, draw the right heel to the hip. Maybe take the left hand on top of the right foot. Maybe straighten that left leg. Take a few more breaths. And with each slow exhalation, maybe think of releasing any energy that's no longer serving your highest good. And when you're ready, take your time, gently release the twist. Take a deep breath in, draw both knees to your chest. Then exhale, grab the outer edges of the feet and just stretch the legs, stretch the hips, happy baby. Maybe play with straightening a leg, straightening the other, or maybe straighten both legs. And just take a few deep breaths here. Tune into your body and any stretches, any movements your body is telling you it needs. Honor that for the next few breaths. When you're ready, draw your knees to your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a hug for showing up, prioritizing self-care and growth for your sake, for others. Maybe trying something new today. Maybe you pushed yourself out of your comfort zone. Maybe take this moment, silently recite your affirmation. When you're ready, take the biggest breath in you've taken all day. And as you exhale, let everything relax. Allow the legs to lengthen and the toes to rotate outward. Allow the hands to rest on either side of the hips. Open the palms, close the eyes, and give yourself permission to fully relax in a well-deserved Shavasana. I'll be silent for the next few moments as we allow the body and the mind to absorb, integrate, and heal from your practice. At this moment, you are seamlessly flowing with the cosmos. There is no difference between your breathing and the breathing of the rainforest, between your bloodstream and the world's rivers, between your bones and the chalk cliffs of Dover. Whenever you feel ready, gently bring your awareness back to your breath and back to your body. Maybe gently circle your wrists, circle your ankles. Maybe rock your head. If it feels good on an inhale, do a full body stretch. And as you exhale, gently roll to one side of your body. Keeping your eyes closed and your awareness inward. Take your time as you gently press up to a comfortable seated position. Taking a moment to notice the quality of your breath as you gently come to a seat. Notice if your breath feels different from when we started. Notice if your body feels different. Take a moment, observe any subtle shifts in your mood, your mind, or your energy. Maybe reflect on your intention. I'll do 3 cleansing breaths. The third time, I'll chant Om to seal our practice with the sacred sound of peace. I hope you join. Inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, fill up all the way. Nice long cleansing exhale. Inhale for Om. Bring your hands to your heart. And if you'd like to join me for a final moment of gratitude, I encourage you to think of one thing in your life that you feel grateful for today. And may this grateful feeling carry with you. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice and your hard work. Hope you feel challenged and worked out and stretched out and calm and centered. All that good stuff. Please let me know, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want any additional help with anything. We can try this same sequence next time, or we can change it up. Let me know what you guys think. Sorry I wasn't able to make it last week. Got in a car wreck. I'm just grateful no one got hurt. I'm financing a new car right now, so that problem's resolved. But yeah, next Tuesday should be good. I'm going to continue these sessions on Tuesdays. Unless something comes up, I'll always let you know as soon as possible. But hope to see you next time, and take care, everyone. Thank you, Samira. I'm glad you like those block movements, David. The block movements can be tricky, so kudos to you for stepping up to the challenge. Yeah, as long as you're having fun with the challenge, that's really important. This is just fun. Lighthearted. Don't ever take your practice too seriously. All right, so Mopar. Hang on, I'm gonna catch these messages real quickly. Here we go. I noticed that we had a Twitch staff on watching the stream. Oh, staffers. That's interesting. That's cool. How did you know it was a Twitch staffer? They have a badge on their name. Oh, okay. Aw, Unsolved Mystery. You cheered me 10 bits. Aw, thank you so much, Unsolved Mystery. Hi, Petey. What a great inspiration today. Wonderful class. I like the block work. Oh, I'm so glad, Petey. Yeah, just using the block can be fun. It's just a new way to challenge the body. And of course the brain, right? The body and brain are connected. So sometimes incorporating a little playful block flow can be fun. So I'm glad you appreciated that. Yeah, I've been missing you guys. I'm sorry I couldn't make it last Tuesday. I was busy looking for a new car. I got in a wreck and I finally found a used car that I'm financing. So, hi, Surgasuna. How are you, Surgasuna? Hi, I've been having to work and do other things during this time. But I plan on coming back next Tuesday, and I'm trying to offer this donation-based yoga as often as I can for everyone on Twitch. So usually every Tuesday, if I don't have to work, I will be here at the same time. So if you follow me on Discord, I try to be good at letting you know if I'm not going to be there on Tuesday. Last week was just pretty stressful for me. With not having a car, trying to find a new car. Yes, I am currently financing a used car. How are you, Surgasuna? Does anyone have any questions about the yoga sequence I demonstrated? Anyone following along? If you have any questions, now's a good time to ask me. It's yoga support time. Those keeping the blocks between the legs are tricky, but feels nice. Yeah, absolutely. So you have to engage your muscles more when you're squeezing the block. When you're squeezing the block between the legs, you really have to engage your muscles more. So I'm glad you're doing well, Surgasuna. What are you having for breakfast today? My father always says that you can always have another car because they are metal, but people are different and weak. Pancakes, what kind of pancakes are you making, Surgasuna? You adding any blueberries or anything healthy in those pancakes? You should. So Nightbot just shared my donation link. So anyone following along, if you feel like the sequence you practiced with me was valuable and helpful for you, I'd appreciate any donation. If you want to click on that donation link, whatever you can afford, if times are tough, you can afford $1. Even $1 is helpful. Every little bit helps support me. So these Twitch sessions can be financially sustainable for me. So the more donations I get, the easier it is for me to take this time off work for you guys. But if you can't afford a donation, no pressure. I'm still happy to be here. Your reverse plank is very graceful, Kim. Oh, thank you, Petey. Petey, I love your little emojis. Yeah, reverse plank is full body engagement. Reverse plank, you're engaging your core, you're engaging all your muscles. So thank you for saying that, Petey. I thought about you the other day, Petey, because I was practicing a flow where I was going to up dog, and I remember you mentioning before how in your practice, what you'll do. We're going to practice this next time. So we're going to practice the transition from up dog, back to plank, then a chaturanga push-up, then downward dog. Really building strength there. We didn't do that this time because I wanted to work on building strength in other ways, using the blocks and stuff. But next time, I plan on doing that. Speaking of blocks, I'm going to stack my blocks here so you guys can see me. There we go. I managed to do reverse plank, so happy, wobbling, but did manage. That's so cool. Yeah, reverse plank is not easy, so congratulations, Mopar, on doing that reverse plank. Hi, the lover of Velcro. How are you? Yes, I just made a seat. I just stacked 3 blocks. See, blocks can be so versatile. Hello, Zen Dude Man. Thank you for following me, Zen Dude Man. Hi, the lover of Velcro. I'm doing well. So I just taught a Vinyasa Yoga class. So every Tuesday, I try to come on Twitch and teach a full hour yoga class. And then afterwards, I like to hang out and chat and answer any additional questions you have about yoga, meditation, mindfulness, movement. I'm a 200-hour certified yoga instructor, and I'm also a health coach. So it's my profession, but I wanted to come here on Twitch to connect with people all over the world who are interested in improving their health and fitness. Zen Dude Man, I like your name. Are you feeling zen today, Zen Dude Man? I'm going to change my category because we're just chatting now. Yes, I'm also an actress. Thank you. I'm a performing artist, so I make movies. I'm also a writer and producer. That's my acting Instagram, if you're curious, that Nightbot just shared. You're feeling so zen? So Zen Dude Man, what do you do to stay zen? What is your practice for maintaining peace and tranquility? Getting 8 hours of sleep is a wonderful practice. I'm happy you mentioned that. Getting a full night's sleep can be extremely helpful in your Zen, absolutely. Sleep is the number one thing that you need for your cells to repair and your body to repair and restore itself. So I'm glad you mentioned that. I was actually lurking during the stream and have to say the first thing I noticed is that you and your streams are extremely calm. Yes, well, I aim to cultivate peace, so practicing yoga can help you feel really peaceful afterwards because you're releasing stress, and the breathing practices you do in yoga helps calm your nervous system, so I aim to be a ripple effect of peace in this life, so thank you for saying that. Thank you, Mopar. Yes, Mopar has been coming regularly. Mopar is one of my favorite regulars, PD as well, otherwise known as PD Ether. Yes, we're going to try that reverse chaturanga next time, PD. Because I was practicing that on my own. I feel like that's kind of an advanced move, but I want to offer that as an option for our next session to practice together because I really do like that. It's great for building strength. Your life needs more calmness, yes. I think we all need a little more calmness in this life. Aw, thanks for the bits, Zen dude. Anytime someone gives me bits or donates with my donation link, I do a little happy dance. So if you guys want to happy dance with me, dance around, yay! So in Tai Chi, dancing in chaos is called spontaneous Qigong. So it's basically moving in any way that feels good. It's not about trying to look a certain way. It's about just shaking out any stress and feeling good. So whenever I do my happy dance, I call it spontaneous Qigong. Yay! So I do a little dance anytime someone donates. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Zen dude. Oh, you don't have to do that every time. Oh, I just got 20 more bits. All right, time to dance again. Yay! High kick. High kick. So I also have experience with martial arts. So certain yoga practices we did today, like the standing splits, all that stuff, it can help you kick really high if you're curious about ever developing that skill. Oh, hi. Crazy cats. Hi, Q. How would you do in a cat fight hypothetically? So I'm not totally sure what you mean by that, crazy cats. I am a lover, not a fighter. I like to promote peace. However, when it comes to martial arts, the martial art that I teach is Tai Chi, which is more, it's like the opposite of fighting. It's about cultivating peace and using, it's like a slow moving, gentle, almost like meditative. It's a meditative form. It's almost dance-like. So it's not like the fighting martial arts, the type of martial arts that I teach. But I do appreciate all martial arts for what they are. However, I don't like violence. So I think martial arts are a great workout. It's good exercise. It's good for your brain. And it's empowering. However, I don't like violence. So that's why I teach Tai Chi, because it's about sort of like the concept of the peaceful warrior. You know, the sword of the peaceful warrior is love. So it's about overcoming conflict with love. That makes sense. A girl fight, hypothetically. Haha, just because you said you know martial arts. So yeah, I don't engage in fighting on any regular basis. I've never been in a physical fight, and I have no interest in that. But to answer your question, I think I would win. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I would win. No. It would depend on the skills and the physical fitness of the other women, right? But no, I don't like fighting at all. It doesn't solve anything. Violence never solves anything. It's only destructive. Violence is only destructive. It's not constructive. So I like being a part of things that are constructive and productive. Which is why I like creating arts and creating movies and being a part of films and theater. Oh, I'm really excited, guys. I'm going to be an immersive theater show at the end of December. So it's going to be fun. It's like a holiday-themed show where it's like immersive. So that means like the audience will kind of be involved. I'm excited about that show coming up at this little theater in Atlanta called Push Push Theater. Is there a way of fighting calmly? Well, it just means like communicating in a calm way versus using your fists to communicate. You know, it's about emotional maturity. Thank you, Mopar. I'm glad you agree. The world does need more peace. Hold that thought. I'll be back in 2 seconds, okay? All right, guys. So, anybody who practiced that yoga sequence, this is an example of hydration. You should have, ideally, a gallon of water a day. So, Zen dude, you just gave me 20 more bids. Thank you so much. I'm gonna do a happy dance in a second, but I'm drinking this water to be an example for you. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. That's very important for your health. And the quality of the water you drink is also really important. So this is filtered with no fluoride. It's also high in alkalinity. Thank you, Zen dude. Time for a happy dance. Yay! Whee! Well, I know I don't have to dance every time, but it's fun. It's fun to dance. Freeing up your body like that is really fun. It's really healthy. I should learn to drink more water. I think everybody needs to learn to drink more water, and less soda. More water and less soda. So Petey, any other thoughts about the yoga sequence today? I'm glad you were able to make it. I meant to send a reminder message to you guys that I was definitely doing it, but I'll always do yoga at this time, unless I send a message on the Discord saying something came up and I have to work or have an audition or whatever. But usually I'm going to try to do it at this time on Tuesdays. Now, if I do get work that pays really well, of course I'm going to have to take that. Because right now I'm not getting paid very much on Twitch. But it's still fun and I enjoy connecting with all of you. Blocks are cork, so it seems a bit firm to squeeze on my feet and thighs and hurts a bit. Maybe I should get some foam ones. Oh, so you have the hard blocks. Yeah. So if you have the hard blocks, I would not recommend squeezing in between your ankles. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. The harder the block, the less comfortable it is to squeeze. I mean, it's not going to hurt you to do that, but it's definitely not going to be as comfortable. So this is a foam block. And you can also just squeeze on like a very firm pillow or a very firm cushion, because it's just the effort of squeezing that really engages the muscle. But yeah, this is not easy to do, to squeeze like this. But notice you can do the same thing with a pillow. If you fold up a little pillow like this, you can do the same thing. The idea is you're just making the effort to squeeze and engage the muscle. But I do recommend the foam blocks for that specific reason, Petey. But even if you need to drop your block at any point, you know, blocks are always optional. You can always just do the exercise that I'm instructing without the block and still get something out of it for sure. I know, Mopar. I saw that you did that, Mopar. Thank you so much for posting on the Discord. I really appreciate you, Mopar. Crazy cats? Any other crazy cat questions? So Zen Dude, seriously, I'm curious, Zen Dude, what you do for what made you create that screen name? Do you actually do like Zen practices, or is it just kind of like a fun screen name for you? It's just fun. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you actually did practice, because you know there are a lot of people that when they say I practice Zen, that means they practice some sort of like meditation or art form. But that's cool. I do like the screen name regardless. So anybody watching, if you're interested in hiring me as your personal health coach, that's my website where all the details about that are on my website. I offer one-on-one customized sequencing. So depending on what your goals are, I can customize sequence and nutrition coaching based on your goals. So if your goal is to lose weight, if your goal is to build strength in a certain area, whatever your goals are, as a personal health coach, I can customize specific sequences and specific types of nutrition coaching based on your personal goals. And I do this online, so we can work together through Zoom. And that's my website, yogaflowwithkim.online. So feel free to check that out if anyone's interested. And everything I offer. Oh, thank you, Mopar. Yep, I have a YouTube channel. It's just Yoga Flow with Kim on YouTube. So there's a lot of yoga practices on there that I just shared. If you click on that link in the chat, Yoga Flow with Kim. If you enjoyed the yoga sequence today, there's full body flows, kind of like what we did today, but there's also more gentle yoga sequences. There's yoga in the chair. I also break down, I have a whole playlist where I break down one pose per minute. So I really focus on the proper alignment for safety and one pose per minute. And there's some meditations on there, and there's some healthy recipes as well. And there's even a couple of gardening tutorials because if we can learn how to grow our own food in the healthiest way possible, that's actually the healthiest, most sustainable thing we can do. So all that content is on my yoga channel. Why do I include nutrition and recipes and gardening? Because yoga philosophy isn't just what you do on the mat, it's how you live your life in a mindful and healthy way. So eating healthy relates to yoga philosophy, self-care, and whatnot. PD. So I've been refining my Peether pose. Oh, thank you, Zen Dude. Zen Dude keeps donating so many bits. You're the best. So I've been redefining my pose. So it has evolved into standing splits, but you drop the back leg in the air, back over the leg on the ground, like you do in a three-legged dog, and you twist by moving your neck the other direction from the leg like a diagonal back bend. So I'm going to try to do what you're saying. You can tell me if I'm getting this right. Drop the back leg in the air. Back over the standing leg. Back over the standing leg, like on top of the standing leg on the ground like you do in a three-legged dog. Then you twist like a diagonal back bend. I can't visualize what you're saying. I'd have to see it, I think. It sounds really fun though. It sounds really cool. If there's a picture or anything you want to share on the Discord, feel free. You can send it to me privately if you don't want anyone else to see it. That sounds really interesting. All right, I'm going to try it though. This will be fun. Let me see if I can try it. So, from standing split, you drop the back leg over, like in a three-legged dog. So in a three-legged dog, so this is three-legged dog. But you're saying to drop the back leg on top of the other leg and then twist like a back bend. So are you saying you drop it over here or over here? And when you twist like a back bend, do you do kind of like something like this, like a wild thing, or? Sorry, I'm a little confused. It sounds really fun though. I like those themed yoga sequences on YouTube. Aw, thank you, Mopar. Yeah, there's one for Thanksgiving, which is on there. And, you know, you can practice thankfulness every time of year. You don't have to wait until Thanksgiving. Thank you, Mopar. I'm glad you appreciate that. Yeah, so there's also a video on my YouTube which is holiday themed for kids. I specifically created that because I teach yoga for kids, which when you teach yoga for kids, you have to make it playful, you have to kind of tell a story. So, I also created that sequence for parents, so because the holidays can be stressful, right? So it's something kids can watch, and doing that sequence on my channel. So if kids practice that sequence, it can help children calm down, mentally focus. It can calm their energy, which is also nice for the parents, if you get my drift. So even though that sequence is for kids to practice, families can practice it together, or parents can just have their kids practice it while they're busy with all the holiday stress and stuff. It's kind of ironic that people get very stressed around the holidays because it was originally meant to be a time for giving, and but now it's like evolved to some stressful things. So the irony. Okay, Petey, I will try explaining like this. Standing splits, but the leg in the air goes one way and the neck twists the other, and back bend at the same time. Oh, trying to touch a twisted neck, pointed toe. Oh, I got you. I see. So it's almost like a dancer pose, kind of. I see what you're saying. So it's a standing split, yeah? And then you're bending this leg and you're trying to touch these toes to your head. That's really hard. Goodness, ugh. That's like an intense back bend. Wow, Petey, if you can do that, that's pretty remarkable. That's like a contortionist thing. That's like a very intense back bend. That's really cool, though, if that's what you're talking about. Thank you, Zen Dude, for the bits. Since you said I didn't have to do a happy dance, I won't this time because we're chatting a lot, but next time. Yeah, it looks like a fun, very extreme, but fun move to try it. So, Petey, can you actually touch your head to your toe? Or do you just try it? All right, 20 more bits. Time to do a happy dance. I can't resist it. Here we go. Wee! Yay! Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Pardon me, I'm charging my... Oh, there we go. Bitmaster. Right? Oh, so you add a twist to the neck so the back bend gets diagonal. I see. Wow, that sounds really tough. Well, kudos to you for trying that tough move. I definitely love like taking everything up a notch, you know? Like starting with a back bend and then adding a twist, or starting with a twist and then making it into a back bend. Anything like that is really fun, and it's the element of creativity and vinyasa yoga that I really enjoy. that's what I really one of the things I really appreciate about Vinyasa Yoga is the freedom to be creative, and let go of any strict rules. As long as you're moving in healthy ways that aren't going to harm you, letting go of any strict rules and just being creative in your sequencing, as long as you're moving in healthy ways. I love the creative aspect of Vinyasa Yoga. That's why Vinyasa Yoga is one of my favorite styles of yoga. What do you think, Petey? Petey Peether? Hope you went on a late night secret mission to steal the brand new tire off your old car. No, I have not done that. I know, ironically, it's like just when I invested all of this into my old car, I had to pay like $300 for a new tire on my old car. Yeah, no, I haven't had time to do that. I could do that today. I could have done that today instead of live streaming for you guys, but by the time it's kind of far away, because one of the places I work when I teach the kids like music, that's like my farthest away job, and so that's where the accident happened. So it would take a long drive there, and I would need help. I would need somebody to physically help me with that, and I also. I don't know how that junkyard would feel either about me taking that car, taking the tire. I certainly wouldn't want to steal it. I know you're just being funny, but I would want to talk to the junkyard and ask them if I could take that. But yeah, I do need to go there eventually and just communicate with the junkyard, find out the state of my car as it is, and then, see if they're willing to let me take my spare tire or anything out of it. Just haven't had the time yet. And today, since I hadn't been on live streaming for you guys, I didn't want to miss another day for you guys. So that's funny you mentioned that. It reminds me that I do need to go up there. I'm just grateful I have a car at this point that's drivable, because I use my car so much for work. I don't just drive to work and then stay there all day. I don't just drive to one location. Every day I drive all over the place to different classes that I teach at different locations. So I'm constantly driving for work. And also when I do gig work, like performances, I have to drive. So my jobs are so dependent on me having a car. I do teach a couple of virtual classes like this through Kaiser Permanente, but most of my classes are classes I have to drive to. So that's why not having a car was pretty stressful. But yeah, I'm just glad I could find one that I could afford to finance. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you, Mopar. Yeah, I'm happy to chat with you guys too. Trying to keep some consistency with my Twitch streams. All right, be right back. More bits? Aw, Zen dude. Yay! Happy dance, happy twirls. Thank you, Zen dude. You're the best. Thank you for the bits. I'll be right back. Yes, thank you, Zen dude. Well, thank you, Mopar. Yeah, no, I'm not going to feel bad if I need to miss some Twitch streams for jobs that pay. No, I'm not going to feel bad. I was just letting you guys know my thought process on all that. I appreciate that, Mopar, though. I love being able to connect with you guys, connecting with people all over the world other than just my Atlanta area is fun because, I want to expand my practice and connect with people all over the place. So I'm grateful that Twitch allows me to do that. I also noticed Agent Kruger started following me, so thank you for the follow. Let's see, I'm trying to catch up with everything. Yep. So, how's everyone doing? Anything you guys want to chat about? For those of you who are new, I'm a certified health coach and nutrition specialist and a certified yoga instructor. So that is my profession. So I'm happy to be of assistance, and I really find that I enjoy the Sun series more and more. I always have heard yogis say it because, like a moving meditation, I'm really starting to feel that now. Oh, that's so cool, Petey, that you're really feeling. That's kind of why I read that quote today, because when you're practicing something that actually feels familiar to you, but when you're doing that same familiar move, and then it starts to feel different internally, like it feels like you're connecting to an energy that's bigger than yourself. That's one of the coolest things about yoga practice is when you can really, and if you've never experienced this, you're not going to understand it. But Petey, I think you understand what I'm talking about. You really feel that sense of moving meditation, and you feel alive, and you feel like you're connecting to this universal energy, something that's special and intangible, and spiritual. So that's why a lot of people practice yoga is really to connect with that energy that is intangible. Oh, Kim, you still have that Google ad for your business. I remember posted that on Discord. Oh, so I don't have a Google ad, but I have a Google business page. So if any of you want to write a review, since you've practiced a lot of my online yoga, it's just Yoga Flow with Kim. The address is my business mailbox. It's not my home address or anything, but it's my physical business mailbox. But I remember you mentioned that, Mopar. So you just go to Yoga Flow with Kim on Google, and you'll see my picture, so you'll know it's my page. And all you have to do is type a review. I think I can post a link in here. Let's see if I can post a link in the chat. But yeah, if you'd like to write a review, that would be awesome. A Google review. So it's just my Google business page. It wasn't like an ad. But let me see if I can find that for you. Yeah, I was just asking if anybody wanted to write a review, because that would be really cool. I'm going to send you the link. Let's see if I can post it on here. Weird. I can't like copy and paste into this chat. I don't know why. But yeah, all you do is just go to Yoga Flow with Kim, and then it'll pop up. You'll see. It says Yoga Flow with Kim. The address is Dunwoody Crossing. Again, that's not where I live. That's just where my business mail goes to. Yeah. Yoga Flow with Kim. You'll recognize my face. You'll see the picture. It says nourish the body, center the mind, find your flow. And then if you click write a review, then you'll be able to write a review. I'd love if you're able to write a review. That's one way that costs you no money that could really help my business. So just search Yoga Flow with Kim on Google and write a review. Thank you. Thank you, Mopar. Yep. It was my business page. So you just have to go to Google, search Yoga Flow with Kim, and then you'll see it. And then you just click write a review. And you don't have to write anything long. If you just want to write like a sentence, like I've been practicing online with her and I get something, whatever you want to say, or you can just click the 5 stars. It'll help my business for sure, those Google reviews. Thank you. Thank you, Mopar. Oh, Petey, thank you so much. Thank you, Petey. All right, happy dance, happy dance. Yay. Yeah, Petey, it really does mean a lot to me to hear your feedback, because I know you're very genuine about the yoga practice. So I love chatting with you, Petey, somebody who's passionate about yoga and really curious to get the true yoga experience. So thank you so much, Petey. You're the best. Today I was thinking, well, even if no one else comes, hopefully I'll see Mopar and Petey. Maybe John. I thought I might see John. But you guys are why I keep coming back, so means a lot to me to just share this practice with you. These practices are very ancient, and it's a constant learning experience when it comes to exploring yoga, learning about meditation and mindfulness. It's a never-ending learning experience. So I never want to seem like I think I know it all, right? I'm just sharing with you what I have learned in hopes that it is somewhat helpful in your journey. But the yoga journey is your journey. It's a very personal experience. So, Petey, when you share with me your personal experience, it just fuels my fire, and it's reassuring that I'm doing something good with these practices. I've also am forever a student. I'm currently taking I'm working on getting another mindfulness certification. So I'm learning a specific type of meditation. So I've been taking every week. It's a virtual mindfulness certification. So I'm learning even more about meditation and mindfulness outside of yoga. So it's not yoga per se, but it's about other types of meditation and mindfulness. So I'm excited about getting that certification, and I'm hoping that'll help me be a better mentor and guide to others. Yeah, anybody watching, if you want to join my Discord, hi, Unsolved Mystery, how are you? Yes, I do. I'm going to show you the book I'm currently reading. Let me grab that book for you, Petey. I'm excited to show you the cover. 1 second. This is the book that I'm reading. So it's called Full Catastrophe Living, Using the Wisdom of Your Body and Mind to Face Stress, Pain, and Illness by Jon Kabat-Zinn. So this is the book I've been reading. And this is one of the books, it's a mindful-based stress reduction. So mindful-based stress reduction is this type of mindfulness certification that I'm working on. So this is the book that my mentors are recommending we read, me and all the other students that are taking this mindfulness course online. So it's a really awesome book. There's a Thich Nhat Hanh passage in here. Have you ever heard of this, PD? Full catastrophe living. So the mindful-based stress reduction, MBSR, is the program that I'm currently working on. So I can be a more mindful practitioner, so I can share these practices with my students. Unsolved Mystery says, I'm doing all right, just doing some reading. Unsolved Mystery, thank you for the bits earlier. We haven't heard an Unsolved Mystery from you from a while. How's everything going? And what are you reading? Let's see, Mopar sent a link. What is the link you sent? I'm trying to click on the link that you sent, Mopar. Let's see here. So sometimes the reviews take time to show up. So if you wrote a review, it may take a little time for it to show up. Because I'm not seeing any new reviews just yet. Yeah, the newest one that I'm seeing is from Brian McClure. So it may take a while for your review to show up. Yeah, it's not showing up if that's what you sent, Mopar. You can also write a Facebook review. My Facebook page is also just Yoga Flow with Kim on Facebook. So that's another way you can write a Facebook review or a Google review. But yeah, yours is not showing up, Mopar. So it might take time. I was doing some important stuff. I'm reading a book called Lies, my teacher told me, by James Lowen. It's a different perspective on U.S. history. Ooh, that sounds fascinating. I always question, history books and how accurate they are. And how can we trust all these history books? How can we trust them when we weren't actually there? So I think it's good to have a healthy level of discretion when it comes to that stuff. So that's pretty cool, Mopar, or Unsolved Mystery. I'd be curious to read something like that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mopar. I see what you're saying. So Mopar shared the link where you can write a review. Thank you. Yes, it is filled with wisdom. Yeah, so there's definitely parts of the book. I haven't gotten that far yet because I just started this certification recently. But there's definitely parts of the book that talk about how to use the breath as your anchor. But you can also use other things like physical sensations, sounds, focusing your eye on a drishti or a mantra. There's so many other things that can anchor you other than the breath. My personal favorite is the breath because you're also getting those health benefits from the deepening and lengthening of the breath, calming the nervous system and whatnot. So, but yeah, this is a great book, Petey. I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants to expand their knowledge on mindfulness and meditation. I highly recommend Full Catastrophe Living. Yep, thank you for the link, Mopar. And thank you for sharing that link to write a Google review, Mopar. So that is the link you can click on if you want to write a Google review for me. Or you can just, if you don't feel like writing anything, you can just click 5 stars. Doesn't cost you anything. Thank you, guys. Unsolved Mystery. Anything you want to share about that book that you're reading? That sounds really intriguing. Mopar the mod. Thank you. Alrighty, so I have about 15 to 20 more minutes to chat with you guys. So let me know if there's anything else you'd like to chat about. If I could offer you any pearls of wisdom regarding nutrition, health, yoga, or if you're curious about acting, making movies, that's also my other passion. Did anyone snag any slick Black Friday deals? Good question, Petey. So I don't like the busyness of Black Friday. I don't like going to malls, being around all that stressful energy, people stressing out to buy things they don't really need. Like, I'm very much a minimalist when it comes to living. I don't care for extravagant, fancy things because I don't really understand the real value in all of that. So I'm not materialistic, and I don't feel like we should feel pressured to buy a bunch of things for people on Black Friday, because there's so many other ways to give and to show affection and appreciation for your family and friends. So many other ways than buying tangible material things. That being said, no judgment if you did Black Friday shopping. I just decided this year, instead of doing that, I had a little Friendsgiving with some of my oldest and dearest friends from high school. So we just got together, spent time catching up, chatting, talking, and just, catching up on each other's lives. And it was just nice to hang out with them. So that's what I did on Black Friday instead of shopping. I just don't like being at malls with a lot of stressful energy, because a lot of times people are stressing about buying things that they don't really need, But I do understand, giving gifts is one way to show affection, and that's totally valid. If that's what people like to do, more power to them. I bought a new kettle, plushie, and those really soft, cute, nice kitty socks. Lure set for my father, knitting wool for my mom. Need to buy a Christmas present. That sounds cool, Mopar. A new kettle sounds really practical. So when I buy tangible gifts for people, I really try to buy useful and practical gifts. Something that's really going to help support their goals in life or have like a positive impact. So a kettle is very practical. Socks are very practical. They keep you warm. And we all get cold in the winter, so those sound like some very useful, nice gifts, Mopar. I like this idea from Fish Pose of imagining you are a snake emerging from your pelvis. Ooh, that's cool. People getting stabbed over flat screen TVs. Right, that's what I'm talking about. That type of behavior I don't like being around on Black Friday. I like that idea too, Petey. From Fish Pose, imagining you're a snake emerging. Almost like Kundalini energy, right? Like the serpent. That's so cool, Petey. It took me graduating high school to realize that Jamestown, Virginia was Britain's first successful colony in America. Not the first colony in America, like history says. Interesting. Oh, so the Twin Flame project, it's still in post-production, which means it's being edited. So it's in the stage of the editing process where we are hiring a professional sound designer from LA to fix the sound, so the sound is really crisp and professional sounding. So that's sort of the stage it's in right now, and there's also some other editing being done. So it's still in the editing process. But I'm really excited about Twin Flame. I'll keep you guys posted on that movie. I'm super excited to share that film with the world. Me and my team, we worked really hard on it. So That's so cool, Petey. I love that idea. Post production just means it's being edited. So there's a lot of post production that happens with movies. Um, sometimes movies take a year to be edited. So you edit all the footage, all the visuals, all the sound has to be edited, and the sound has to be mixed to sound really nice and pleasant to the ear. So when you go to a movie theater and you hear how the sound is, that's how we want our movie to sound. So we have to hire somebody who is trained, a sound technician, a sound professional. So that's part of where the process is. One of my friends, it's Russ here on Twitch, is creating music for the movie. So we're also waiting on him to send us some samples of music. He's a great composer. If you want to follow It's Russ, he composed some music for a short film I did, and it was so beautiful. So I asked if he was interested in composing for this long feature film. So I'm really excited. He's going to compose music. So the music, is essential for filmmaking. My caffeine journey is going okay. I still am drinking a cacao beverage in the morning, but no coffee in a while, so that's good. Coffee has way more caffeine than cacao. Cacao does have a little bit, but it's not nearly as much as coffee. It's not acidic like coffee, and cacao has a lot of health benefits that coffee does not have. So to answer your question, I'm not caffeine free, but I am not consuming as much caffeine. How is your caffeine free journey going, Petey? Little If I could sneak us in the backstage of movie making, yeah, that would be cool. Little jittery and headaches sometimes. Oh, cold sweats, but getting there. So Mopar, it sounds like you're having caffeine withdrawals. Wow. Yeah, caffeine is seriously a drug. Well, it sounds like withdrawal symptoms, but just stick it out, Mopar. If you can stick it out, take deep breaths, do breath of fire, drink tea instead of anything that's really caffeinated, get sunlight. There's so many things you can do instead of caffeine that's energizing, like vitamin B12, uh, even ginseng. St. Augustine, Florida was founded in 1565 by Spanish explorer Pedro Alvarez. Then Roanoke was founded in 1585. Jamestown, Virginia was founded. Interesting facts there, Unsolved Mystery. Kim Ham. Quite often loose members of the Grandmaster Hamilton community come into the chat and compliment the piano stream. That's so funny. I know my friend Russ, otherwise known as It's Russ on Twitch, he's so busy running his businesses, and I'm busy running my businesses. It's been tough to find time to do a piano stream. I would like to, though. I definitely would like to. Unsolved Mystery is sharing some interesting facts or interesting statements he's reading in his book. I have to ask, though, I have to wonder, like, what makes one source more reliable than another source? You know, you have to check who's writing these books, where they're getting their information from. And then at the end of the day, you just have to accept uncertainty, because unless you lived back in that time and you've experienced, you really don't know exactly what happened, because all it is records that someone wrote down, and things can get lost in translation. So it's really hard to know what exactly happened in history. The history books take into consideration, but maybe not accept them as the full story. I think it's fun to speculate and wonder, but I keep an open mind about all that stuff. It will be so grand when your first day goes by and you didn't think about tea even once. Yeah, I love, Petey, I love that you're supporting Mopar and Mopar's mission to have no caffeine, because you know from experience that it can be done. It's like any other drug, really. You'll have to experience withdrawals, but stick with it. If you find yourself craving caffeine, I recommend doing another behavior like breath of fire, drinking tea, taking some vitamin D, eating something that's nourishing that will really energize your cells, or doing some type of exercise in the sun. That'll help energize you in a natural way instead of resorting to caffeine. But yeah, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel so much better. And I'm still working on it. I've kind of accepted that that with my lifestyle, I think everything in moderation. So I eat really healthy in every other regard. Having a little caffeine is probably the only unhealthy thing I do. So that's why I give myself permission to have some cacao, because it has health benefits. It's not nearly as caffeinated as coffee and sodas, and so I do, I allow myself the grace to have a little caffeine here and there. But I really admire you, Petey, and you, Mopar, for trying to be caffeine free. Good for you guys. All right, so I just have a few minutes. Any final thoughts, questions, queries? Thanks for sharing about what you're reading, Unsolved Mystery. It's pretty interesting. I think it is important to question history books and keep an open mind. We need time machine to check our history. Right. Right, that's true, Mopar. Yes, it can feel very complicated when you read one source and they're telling you one thing, and then you read another source and they're telling you something else. It can get complicated and confusing. But you have to remind yourself, learn from these stories. What can we do in the present to make the present moment better? So, because all we have is the present, history's gone. Whether these stories in our history books are true or false, the more we can learn from them and apply that to the present is key, right? Lift, Fit, Kindle. Okay. You can raid Lift, Fit, Kindle. Well, it was so nice chatting with all of you today. I had a wonderful time chatting, and final thought, I hate Christopher Columbus. Why do you hate Christopher Columbus? I have to know. When your body has that good type of pain feeling, whether it's a stretch or an exercise or a movement, do you think that is a sign that is actually what your body needs? So I want to be careful with the word pain, because when you're practicing yoga, I never want you to feel pain. Mild discomfort is different from pain. So sometimes when you're stretching, it might feel awkward and uncomfortable, but it's good for you. Or sometimes after working out. So how the body works is when you're doing push-ups, when you're doing squats and chair pose and warrior poses, your muscles have to tear down a little bit. But when you eat healthy and get sleep, that's what makes the muscles grow. So you shouldn't feel pain. I wouldn't call it pain, because pain is different, but it should feel like work. So when you're doing chaturanga push-ups, it should feel like work. You should feel tension. You might feel mild discomfort. So that's different than pain. I never want you to feel pain. If you feel pain, that means you're pushing too hard. Now the next day, if you feel a little sore, that usually means your muscles are growing or expanding, and that's good. So a healthy amount of slight soreness is good. Hydrating will help alleviate soreness because you're flushing out lactic acid and whatnot. But again, it's about finding that fine line of balance between how much do you push and how much do you relax. Because pain is something I don't want you to feel. In yoga or any other fitness class, I don't want you to feel pain. Resistance, tension, mild discomfort, it should feel hard. It might feel hard, but pain is different than tension. Does that make sense? What about when you're on that foam roller and digging? I see what you're saying. Yeah. So when you're on that foam roller, yeah, you feel that. So I consider that like you feel work. You feel sensation. But I wouldn't call that sensation pain. I would call that sensation work and tension and pressure. But I wouldn't call that sensation pain on the foam roller. Because to me, it feels good. So I wouldn't call it pain if it feels good. But I do understand what you're saying. It's just an expression. It's just a phrase people use. It hurts so good. So I get the phrase. I just try to avoid using the word pain because I never want people to feel like they have to push themselves to the point of pain, because that might mean you're about to injure yourself. So I try to be careful with my words, but I do understand what you're saying, Petey. Yeah, when you feel the work, you feel resistance, you feel like you're working, and you're feeling sensations, but I wouldn't call those sensations pain. If you're hurting to the point where you're crying, that's probably too much. But yeah, to me, foam rollers feel really good. What we call pain, you call pleasure. I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far, but pain is when I've dislocated my shoulder or scratched myself or injured myself. That's what I call pain. Pain's different from mild discomfort. You want to push yourself out of your comfort zone, but not to the point of pain. So it's about finding that fine line, that unique edge of subtle resistance. Yeah, no, I think you understand, Petey. I know you were kidding, Surgasuna. Absolutely. I agree. All right, guys. Well, thank you, Petey, so much for your donation today. Thank you, Mopar, for sharing the link to my Google review page. If you guys want to write a review that costs you nothing, that would be great. And thank you, everyone, for joining and just saying hi and chatting with me. Unsolved Mystery. I'd love to hear more about what you're learning on your history or your non-history book. If you want to share more insights, that would be fascinating. You're welcome to share them on Discord. I should be back next Tuesday unless you hear from me on the Discord. Otherwise, I'll communicate on Discord, but I should be back next Tuesday at the same time. But in the meantime, let's keep chatting on Discord. Great to see you, Petey. Thank you for the bits. Zen Dude Man, thank you for the donation, Petey. I'm going to, who did you recommend? Little Fit Kendall. Let's raid Little Fit Kendall. So let's see. I think I messed that up. Oh, no, it worked. Bye-bye, Petey. We're rating Little Fit Kendall now. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Take care. Namaste.